Hello. Hey everyone. Welcome to another Curly Chemistry Live. As usual, I'm trying to do my last minute Instagram repost. But I hope you guys having a great day today. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Let me make sure my mic is on. We should be good. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear and see me okay. Oh, I think it's posted. Let's see. Yep, I think we're good. All right. Instagram knows. You guys know. We are live. So welcome to the Curly Chemistry Lab. I'm so excited to be here. I feel so bad because if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, you guys know that I have been sort of kind of MIA, not really here in regards to going live and stuff. Hey, what's going on? I'm so excited. I've been traveling, but this week is I'm getting back into some normalcy now, which is great. So yay for that. What's going on? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing on this Friday Eve before we get started? How are we doing? How are we doing? So, and I knew that was coming, DA Carter. So this is absolutely a protective style. It is a lace front wig from Sensational, and I think her name is Ezra, Ezra. Yes, Ezra. And I have it below in my Amazon store. You go there, look for protective styles, and you'll see this exact hair. Usually I comb it out when it's more fluffier, but I just really got it. Well, not really got it, but I just put it on for real yesterday. So I haven't had a chance to fluff it out, but I normally don't wear it like this, but I don't know. We'll see. I might change it. But how you guys doing? You guys doing good? Awesome. So I'm not going to waste any time. I know you guys are here for an amazing Q&A session. You guys already know how we roll. If not, this is your first time here. All you got to do is just put your questions in the chat. This is my time to engage with you all. Answer any questions you guys have. Hair care, scalp care. Sometimes we go into skincare a little bit. So if you have any questions, thank you, Sophia. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we will go ahead and get started. My goal is to be on here maybe the next 45 minutes to an hour. If that, we'll play it by ear. So we will see. Okay. So let's see who's going to have the first question. Because, once we get rolling, okay. Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and be the first person to ask your question, feel free to put it in the chat. And thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you in advance. All right, we have our first question. Let me sip on some water. All right. So there are so many products for natural hair available. What do you recommend? That is so true, Arias. And it's so interesting because 20 years ago, it was a challenge finding Black hair care products that were actually made for Black hair by other Black women or men, right? So now we have a plethora of hair care products on the market, and it can be very overwhelming, right? So as far as what brands I recommend, it's kind of hard to say because I'm all about formulation. So it's the formulation that attracts me. And that's why I always tell you guys it's so important to know the ingredients of these products. You can know what to look for. You guys know in the Curly Girls Guide to Hair Care Ingredients, my very first ebook ever, that is really where I break down these ingredients and also the natural hair care with some flashcards, because you want to know exactly what to look for versus the brand. But I'm going to answer your question anyway. But I do really like As I Am. I like HAIR Care. I like Shea Moisture. I like Curls. I also like some non-Black brands like Aussie Moist, Herbal Essence Whole Blends Conditioner is amazing. I like K18. It's a lot, okay? But like I said, I really want you guys to focus more so on understanding these ingredients. You can know exactly what to look for when you are looking at products, So I highly recommend that. And of course, all the products that I recommend and come across are in my Amazon storefront. The link is below, okay? Is the Coast RX toner good? Hey, Stacey, so I haven't tried the toner yet, but honestly, that whole skincare brand as a whole I think it's chef's kiss. I think it's the bomb. I think it's amazing. I only use the what is it called? The propolis ampule drops as like my moisturizer, but the whole line, the whole brand itself, Coast RX for skincare is amazing. So I would check it out. I would check it out, especially if you go to Ulta and buy that toner. Check it out. Try it for a few days. If your skin likes it, stick with it. But the thing with Ulta is if you don't like a product, you can take it back. Okay, so do a little trial and take it back if your skin is not compatible with it. Okay, all right. I am Bree says, is saw palmetto good for hair loss? So yes, I will say, here's the thing, I'll say this. So saw palmetto is one of those things where it helps to inhibit DHT. Okay, so DHT is a hormone that actually can lead to follicle shrinkage, which will then put your hair in the excessive shedding phase. So we want to reduce that, right? And that is where saw palmetto comes into play. I think saw palmetto works best for women and men who are over 40. Because when you're going through those hormonal changes, you know, the DHT be trying to pop out like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I would get on saw palmetto. I would recommend it as an actual supplement that you take it internally so it can work from the inside out. But as far as like, is saw palmetto good for hair loss? I personally agree because it does inhibit that hair loss hormone DHT. So I would recommend it for sure. Let's see. My hair is short but long in the back. Okay, my hair is short but long in the back. Okay. See, I'm a very visual person, so I have to like actually envision it. Okay. Why, and how can I get the front to catch up? Oh, that's a good question. So here's the thing. So all of our hair follicles, bulbs, they are at their own hair phase cycle at any given time, right? So you may have some, because it was the front, right? The front is shorter. My hair is short, chin length, but long in the back. Okay, so the part that is shorter may have a shorter anagen phase. It's rare, but it is possible. But here's what I recommend doing if you are trying to get like a certain part of your hair to catch up to the rest of the hair, to other parts of your head. I would highly recommend doing scalp massages because there could be a lack of blood flow in that section, especially if that area consistently grows slow. You probably just have like a lack of blood flow there. And that is a thing too. So I highly recommend doing scalp massages for sure. You can even use like, peppermint or rosemary to help with, not angiogenesis, with vasodilation, which actually helps to widen the blood vessels so more blood can flow through to the bulb, the dermal papilla, or like the base of the follicle to help support hair growth. So if I were you and there's a section of your hair that's growing slower than the other part of your head, then I would definitely increase your scalp massages. I would do this maybe, if you can't do it every night, I would do it once every other night with peppermint or rosemary for improving that blood flow to that area. It will take time though, so be patient with it, but over time it will work. And to also help with that, I would get on a good hair growth vitamin for sure. You can use Nutrafol, Shadavi, pure encapsulated HSN, just to name a few. Okay. Hope 2013 is your first time here. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, let's see. How much is too much manipulation for our hair? Is washing your hair every week and styling weekly too much? That's a great question. So your hair will tell you, in a sense, if you're doing too much, right? So if you notice an increase of breakage in your hair, right? That is your hair communicating to you, hey, you're doing too much. Either I'm super dry, or the way you're combing or brushing or styling my hair, we're having issues here. So if you notice increased breakage, then yes, I would say you want to minimize the manipulation and do more low maintenance styles. Now, as far as like washing your hair once a week, that's completely fine because that's typically my routine. I tend to wash this isn't my hair, by the way, but you guys already knew that. I tend to wash my hair once a week, and that's the routine that works for me. In the past, I used to wash my hair like freaking, I don't know, once a month, and I was horrible because I had a lot of dry scalp and flaking, and it was not the business. So once a week washing is completely fine. As far as your styling goes on a weekly basis, it depends on what you do. You know, right now I am in protective style mode. So bye-bye, bye-bye, we're done. Okay. And my hair is protected. So it depends on your choice of styles. Now, I would not be using heat multiple times throughout the week. That you're absolutely asking for manipulation, hands down. When you are combing and brushing your hair, take your time. Braid outs and twist outs are completely fine. For like low manipulation, just make sure that it's not too tight and that you're just being very gentle with your hair. That's the biggest thing, you know? So hopefully that helps. You kind of got to find what works best for you, but I highly recommend looking up low maintenance natural hairstyles here on YouTube just to get some ideas, okay? Great question. Eileen says, tell us your thoughts on Botan oil. Okie dokie. So here's the thing. How can I say this? Because I feel like it's trending. I mean, Botan oil has been trending for a while now because it's a really popular oil. But here's my thing. And you guys already know this because I know I answered this question on previous lives, but I have not seen any data on it suggesting that it supports, that it actually activates hair growth or that it actually directly improves hair growth. That's just my little spiel on it. However, I can see Botan oil being great at length retention, which will then give you the effect of, oh my gosh, my hair is growing, when really the Botan oil is helping to reduce breakage. So you're seeing more length, making you think that your hair is growing. So I personally think that Botan oil doesn't really directly affect like the dermal papilla, which is like the bulb of the hair, whereas really where all the hair growth activity takes place. But I do believe it is an awesome sealant. So think of Botan oil almost like a shea butter or mango butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at it like that, as a sealant that helps to reduce breakage, soften the hair, and support length retention. So that's kind of how I look at it. Okay, hopefully that helps, Eileen. Hot oil treatment versus deep conditioner. How do I know which one I need? Great question. So I look at deep conditioners and hot oil treatments a little different because, okay, I'll say this. So I highly recommend hot oil treatments for high porosity girlies and guys too, right? Because high porosity hair, your cuticle is lifted. That hot oil treatment is going to help to seal that cuticle, helping your hair to lock in more moisture. You know, so that's where I recommend hot oil treatments. You can still use it as having low porosity hair, but I look at that mainly for like if you have high porosity hair, that's a great treatment to do for your hair to help lock in moisture because, like I said, it does seal in the cuticle. Deep conditioners are more universal. They're for everyone. A lot of deep conditioners do have a little bit of proteins, peptides, or amino acids within them to strengthen the hair. It may not be a full out protein treatment, but there is a little bit of strengthening in there versus hot oil treatment. There's no strengthening there, technically. You know, there's no protein in a hot oil treatment. There's no peptides or amino acids in a hot oil treatment. You know, what you're getting with a hot oil treatment is sealant, softness and sealing and moisture. So there is a difference. I think it depends on what you're trying to do. If you have high porosity hair and you want more moisture retention when you use your products on your wash day and in between your wash days, go for a hot oil treatment. But I wouldn't not do deep conditioning either. So if you want to use both, I would say do a hot oil treatment maybe once a month and a deep conditioning treatment also once a month. So you can alternate this. So there's really no rule to it. It just depends on your goal and what your hair needs. So hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a good question. I got to get to that one for sure. I answered that. Did I answer that one? I did. I must have skipped someone. I skipped your question, Sophia. Is your hair, like, if your hair is prone to thinning at the top, is there anything that can be done to thicken it up? Yes, Sophia, absolutely. So I'll say this, it really, it depends on a number of things. Number one, it depends on your age. Because if you are at the age where you are, let's say 45 and up, more than likely your estrogen levels have dropped, right? So when you have less estrogen within the body, that leads to a shorter anagen phase, pushing the hair growth cycle more into the telogen phase, which is the shedding phase. Hence the reason why you're having like thinning hair, seeing less hair. If it also is a hormonal issue, there's also the case of androgenic alopecia where you have DHT present. And now DHT is shrinking your follicles, also leading to thinning hair. And a lot of times you see that in the front, like the frontal part of the hair, and in some cases at the top, you know? So I would recommend this. And there's no perfect, thing to this when it comes to hormones. I would look into maybe natural ways to balance your hormones. Of course, consult with your physician, do your own research, of course, but I would look into like different things like Donquai, I think it's like Donquai, black cohosh, chastity tree berry, just different natural alternatives to balance your hormones. Or you can just go to your doctor and like do like more of a medicinal traditional way of balancing your hormones. That's also an option too. But in the meantime, Sophia, I would recommend, if you haven't already, because I always say this, get your hands on some pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed oil, I think, is amazing when it comes to reducing androgenic alopecia because it does block that DHT hormone I was just talking about. So I would do that. I would get on a hair supplement as well. The ones I recommend are below at my Amazon store. And I would just do minimal, like seriously, Sophia, like I'm talking to you right now. And who else on here over 45, okay? As we get older, our hair follicles tend to get weaker. The anchoring system just gets weaker. So it's much easier for our hair to come out of our scalp because what used to be strong and tight is now kind of loose a little bit, and it can also be due to a lack of collagen as well, which is like a structural protein. So here's my thing. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. I totally forgot. Daggone it. Where was I going with that? That was good too. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's gonna come back, Sophia. It was so good too. Okay, I said supplements, right? I said the supplements, I said massaging and the DHT, absolutely. But I was going somewhere with that, but it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. I hate when that happens, but it's gonna come back. Oh, I remember now. Thank you, Jesus. I remember scalp massaging. So people don't know this, but scalp massaging does help to tighten the hair follicles. So it helps to reduce that loosening that I was talking about. So long story short, Sophia, hormonal balance for sure. Get on a good supplement and do scalp massages with pumpkin seed oil. If you can do this every night, great. If not, every other night, that would be ideal. Okay, we good. All right. Woo, I was like, I know I was going somewhere with that. So glad it came back. All right, let's do a check. Let me read the room. How are we doing so far? Is this helpful? Put a 1 in the chat if this is helpful. And if this is helpful, please be sure to like this video. And while you guys put your 1s in the chat, I'm going to do a quick water break. Okay, great. We're together. We're here. We're on the same page. So we should keep going. Is that what you guys are telling me? Okay, we're gonna keep going. All right, let's go. Okay, I answered that. I answered Sophia's question. I answered T's question. Emma says every mousse that I have used ends up being sticky after drying. Why and how can I prevent the stickiness? So okay, more than likely what's causing that stickiness in the mousse are the polymers. So polymers are I look at them as functional ingredients. Excuse me. And when I say functional ingredients, they have a actual functional purpose in the formula versus a marketing ingredient. For example, those who have the Curly Girls Guide to Hair Care Ingredients, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So polymers give you curl definition, right? They give you hold. They help with humidity protection. So mousse is going to have that for that hold and what, and what mousse is known for. So here's what I recommend. Either you're using too much, because that's the thing too. A lot of times we use way too much product and we're thinking like, oh my gosh, this product doesn't work, or this product is like causing a lot of buildup, when really we're just using way too much of the product. Okay. So you could be using too much, could be that. Or it could be that mousse just is not compatible with your hair. You didn't share which mousse you use. So I can't really like kind of point it out if I'm familiar with it, but I will say a lightweight one would be the Lotta Body. It's a blue mousse, but if you just type in Lotta Body mousse, you're gonna see it. And it's a blue bottle, and I think it has like shea butter as like the marketing ingredient. And I say marketing because it's like in there at like less than 1%. So you ain't get much shea butter in that formula. But the Lotta Body is good. The one I really love right now is the Dew Chief Rocka Mousse. I like that a lot, but that one's more on the sticky side. But I like it for my hair, but you may not like it. So in the meantime, sis, I recommend the Lotta Body Mousse. Try that one out. Okay. Let's see. That's my intermission song. Cynthia says, any suggestions for scalp care while hair is returning post chemo? So first of all, Cynthia, yay for post chemo. Okay, I'm going to keep you in my prayers for sure, sis. As far as like scalp care post chemo, I would say this, and this is why like I need to learn more about like the health side of this, when it comes to like the hair care and like chemotherapy and whatnot, and what happens after it and the effects of it and how it affects your follicles and everything. Like I have to learn more about that. But in the meantime, I would say this, I would get on a good supplement. It doesn't have to be a hair supplement. Just get on a good multivitamin where you're getting the nutrients that your body needs, because as you guys know, a lot of times the foods that we eat are not giving us what we need. So that's the first thing I would say to you, Cynthia. Make sure that you have a good supplement that has your B vitamins, because your B vitamins are not the only ones, but those are the core nutrients and vitamins that affect hair growth and hair health and scalp health. After that, we're looking at iron, we're looking at zinc, we're looking at magnesium, we're looking at vitamin D3 and K2, right? But in your case, I would get on a good multivitamin, all right? For sure. And the ones I recommend are below. Pure Encapsulated is a great brand. Another brand I like, I think it's called Whole Blends. It's not Whole Blends. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. It is really raining outside. Mega Food, that's it. So Mega Food is a great brand, and Pure Encapsulated. And I've heard a lot of great things about the Mary Ruth supplements. I would check her out too. So, but yeah, I would do that. And of course, I would do scalp massages as well. And also, Cynthia, this is, I'm trying not to like do too much right now. Okay, I'll just say this. Do your research, but I would really consider the like an anti-inflammatory diet moving forward. That's what I would highly recommend for sure, because that not only is going to help your body itself, but also your hair and your scalp as well. So I would definitely incorporate or at least do research on anti-inflammatory diets for your body, from the inside out. Hair supplement and scalp massages for sure. But I'm going to do more research on Mega Food. It is superb. That's an amazing brand. But I'm going to do my research this, because I want to make sure that I'm educated in this area. I feel confident with my advice that I'm giving you, but I still want to learn. I'm a natural learner. I just like to learn, especially when it comes to like the body. So I got you. And I may even do a video on like chemotherapy and hair care and just how to navigate that space, because I feel like that's something that's not talked about very often. I don't think it is. Personally, I don't think it is. So we're gonna get there. So yeah, but thank you, Sophia. Hopefully that, not Sophia, Cynthia. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. Hello, Tanya from the far north suburbs of Chicago. Welcome, Brenda. I just purchased a 2.5 derma roller and I haven't used it yet. I have rosemary mint oil. I'm excited. You're scared to use it. Any recommendations? I would just say take your time with it. I think, let me see which one you have before I say anything. 2.5. Hold on. Hold on. If that, yeah, okay. I see it now. Okay, so I would say this, take your time with it. I would start like in a very small section and see how you feel. If it's uncomfortable, then I would size down. Most beginner derma rollers are like 0.5. Okay, so I would just say, just be mindful with that one. Try it out like on a small section, maybe like in the back of your head somewhere. If it feels uncomfortable, then I would just discontinue using that particular one and size down to like a 0.5 or 1. Okay. I recommend pairing it with a massage oil or like a, you have rosemary oil. Make sure it's diluted. Make sure it's not like, rosemary straight up. Like make sure it's like actually diluted in a carrier oil. And I would use that with the derma roller. But start small. If it's uncomfortable, discontinue and go down to like a 0.5 or 1. Don't be scared, girl. Don't be scared. You're not gonna hurt yourself unless you decide to be like zoom zoom, like a freaking like lawnmower. Then that's different. But you ain't gonna do that. So. But I have to, I always have to put out that disclaimer because, people, so you just never know. But hopefully that helps. Okay, Lynn says, do you have any recommendations for a deep conditioner for low porosity hair? I'm looking for a deep conditioner that's more liquidy for my low porosity hair. More liquidy, a deep conditioner that's liquidy. Honestly, I don't know, because most deep conditioners that I've seen and recommend are thick. They're thick. Now, here's what I would do though. I would use a regular conditioner, like a more of a fluid-like conditioner, and I would do one or two things. I would either pair it with a steamer, so you're getting more penetration, giving you that deep treatment, or you guys already know my little conditioner hack. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to that conditioner, because adding a tablespoon of olive oil to any conditioner will take it to the next level. Okay, because olive oil is full of fatty acids, oleic acid to be exact, and it is amazing for the hair. It softens the hair, it nourishes the hair. So that's what I would do, Lynn. Like if you can't find a deep conditioner that's liquidy, use a regular conditioner, add a tablespoon of olive oil to that, and add some steam to that treatment. Leave it on for maybe like 25, 30 minutes max, because after 30 minutes, you're not getting any more penetration after that. And I think that'd be a really good option for you. So hopefully that helps. Keep me posted. All right, let's see. What advice can you give to those who have dry skin? Hey, so I would say that if you have dry skin, you may want a heavier, I'll just say this. I would look for a moisturizer that has petrolatum within it. And I know people are like, petrolatum, that's, Vaseline, but it's amazing. Like you probably need a heavier sealant to lock in your moisture. So you can still use the lotion that you're currently using on your skin, but I would put a second layer on top of that. If you don't want to do the Vaseline, which is completely fine, this Vaseline is just old school and it just works. I would look for sweet almond oil. So, and I almost want to challenge you. The next time you take a shower, right? And you get out the shower and your skin is like still very damp, like not dry, still very damp, take some olive oil or some sweet almond oil and literally like massage that into your damp skin. When I tell you your skin is going to feel like heaven, it's going to feel amazing. And when you wake up the next morning, your skin will still feel amazing. So I highly recommend putting some level of a oil on top of your skin. If Vaseline is too thick, that's completely fine. Sweet almond oil over your regular lotion over damp skin is going to be a game changer for sure. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would recommend outside of that. Nivea is pretty good. Is it Nivea? Yeah, Nivea is pretty good. I will look for the formulas that have like petroleum or lanolin somewhere within like the third or fourth ingredient on the list. But that one is really good. I've never really been a big fan of like what was it called? Jergens, the Jergen. I've never been a big fan of that one, but Nivea is pretty. I like them. So if you want more traditional moisture, I would check out Nivea or, like I said, the sweet almond oil or Vaseline. Great question. Okay, let's see. I love how we can like incorporate skincare into this. I love it. At one point, I really thought about doing like curly chemistry skin, but I was like, nah, that'd be too weird. Like curly chemistry skin science. And you got the chemistry. The chemistry works, but the curly with the skin, it wouldn't work. So, but I digress. Okay, let's see. What do you recommend as a good leave-in conditioner? A good leave-in conditioner? Oh, do you want like a really like a creamy, like a very rich creamy? I would go for the the Apogee Shea Pro leave-in conditioner. I think that is amazing. I would highly recommend that one for sure. Like almost everyone that I put on that leave-in conditioner are like, yo, this thing is bomb. Because everyone knows Apogee as like the protein people, right? Like the Apogee 2-step, the Apogee 2-minute, Apogee green tea characterizer spritz, right? But they're leave-in in the jar. And you can use it as a moisturizer too. Like that's how bomb it is. Now, if you're like, okay, Tanya, I don't want nothing too thick or creamy, then I would say something lighter would be like the Curls Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner, Mielle Organics or Mielle Organics pomegranate honey leave-in conditioner, or even Aussie Moist. Excuse me, Aussie Moist Miracle Curls leave-in conditioner. Those are great too. So can't go wrong with those. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I haven't started rapid fire yet. I think we're good. What time is it? 8:30 now. Okay, we're okay. I'm struggling with itchy scalp. Please help, because I would wash my hair and the same day, right after I finish washing my hair, it starts to itch. So I wanted to know what I can do because I don't know. Okay, Lynn, great question. So it could be a number of things. The first thing that comes to my mind is this. What kind of shampoo are you using? Because sometimes if you're using a shampoo with like harsh drying cleansing surfactants, that can absolutely strip your hair and strip the moisture from your scalp, leading to dry scalp, flakiness, itchiness, even after you wash your hair. So it could be your shampoo that's very drying. A really good moisturizing shampoo that's pretty much like holy grail for me is the As I Am Long and Luxe shampoo. I love that stuff. So good. Or the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight. So good. Can't go wrong with that. So it could be your shampoo. So that's one thing. The second thing is it could be that you are dehydrated. Like your body could be thirsty. Like I'm thirsty. So it could be that. Okay. So I would start drinking more water. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's number 2. Number 3 is if you just have like a dry scalp, but you have no product buildup, right? Because it's different if you have like product buildup. Then I would say, okay, you may need to clarify your hair, your scalp. But it just sounds like it's just itchy because it's probably dry. Then in that case, you may need to start incorporating a serum, like a hydrating scalp serum on your scalp when it starts to feel dry after or between your wash day. So it could be a number of things, but hopefully out of those 3, you kind of get to nail down what it is. And even after these things, if you're still having an issue with like itchiness, then I would definitely recommend seeing a trichologist or a dermatologist to really get like an up close look at your scalp and your hair to see what's really going on. Okay. But hopefully that helps. Millie says, hello. Hi, Millie. So excited to be here. So my hair growth plateaued, and started thinning since I don't know what's giving me the hearts in the little emojis, but thank you. I see you. Thank you so much. And thank you for liking this video, this live. If this has been helpful, thank you for liking this live. The likes are amazing and I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. Okay, back to Millie. We're back to Millie. Hi, Millie. Millie says, I'm so excited to be here and I'm so glad you're here too. I'm excited to be here too because, girl, I've been MIA for the past few weeks, but here we are. Okay, so my hair grew plateaued and started thinning since 2021. Okay, so your hair was growing and then it just kind of stopped growing since 2021. Okay. Ooh, before I continue, Millie, what happened around that time? What happened? Because if there was some level of trauma or stress, that can absolutely halt hair growth. So I would kind of go back into like in that time, like was there anything significant in your life that happened? Because that can absolutely lead to like your hair growth plateauing. Yeah, for sure. So I think it's called collagen effluvium. Let me double check the word. I want to be out here saying stuff. Yes, collagen effluvium. So basically, what collagen effluvium basically is like a hair loss disorder, but it's brought on by trauma and stress, and it literally shocks your hair to the point where it was active in a hair growth cycle or hair growth phase of the anagen phase. And then that trauma happened. And then now it's going straight into the collagen, the shedding phase, you know? And in some cases, it can halt the anagen phase, leading to a hair growth plateau. Now, sometimes that happens like a month after that traumatic event. So it could be that. So that's why I'm kind of harping on that because you gave me a specific year. So it's making me wonder what happened that year. Okay, so, all right. I've done so much. Careful detangling, protective styles, scalp detox, Ayurveda, still no change. What can I do? Okay, so Millie, I would say this. If your hair is like, man, my hair stopped growing since 2021, we're in 2025, what's going on? Then in that case, it's definitely internal. Like I don't think it's anything external unless your scalp experienced some type of damage where your follicles are damaged in some type of way. You didn't say that, so I'm not going to assume that, but that is an option, you know, but it definitely sounds like something is internal. So if your hair has not grown for the past, 4 years, yeah, I would definitely go see a dermatologist or a trichologist because that's not normal. There should be some level of growth. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend seeing someone. I would also get some blood work done too, because you could be deficient in something. Like your body could literally be needing something for it to activate that hair growth. You know, people don't talk about this, but I highly recommend getting a micronutrient test. You know, and if you guys don't know what that is, basically it's a blood test that you do. I ain't gonna lie though, they take a lot of blood. Because I had one done like 4 years ago. They take like 4 or 5 vials of blood. It's not a lot of blood, but it's like vials of blood, like 4 or 5 of them. So be prepared for that. I think I had to fast beforehand. But anyway, they test a lot of things that most physicians just don't test in the office, you know? So I learned a lot about my body and the things that I was missing, you know? Like I was deficient in a B vitamin called inositol. I was deficient in biotin. I think I was deficient in B12. Like a lot of B vitamins I was deficient in. And it's so funny because around that time my hair was shedding like crazy. And I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I ain't stressed out. What's going on? But apparently my body was lacking something. So long story short, Millie, I would recommend getting some blood work done just to see if your body is missing something. Because that's a long time to not see any level of growth, you know? So, but I feel like it's something internal. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Welcome back, Sophia. Okay, let me go back up. Let me go back up, back up, back up, back up. Hold on. Breaking Bread says facial ingredients and regimen recommendations for sensitive dry skin with acne and pigmentation and dark spots. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you what helped me. So when I was a teenager, I had really bad acne. Like it was and then I had like really bad acne scarring, right? So some of that stuff kind of carried over into like my early 20s, but we're good now. We're good now. So here's what has helped me the most. Okay. Number one, detoxing the skin. Now, everyone's skin is different, but I always talk about this soap because I've been using this soap literally for the past maybe 7 years. That's how committed I am to this soap. But it's by the brand Biore, Biore. And they have a charcoal soap. They have a gel too, but excuse me, the one I use is like the actual bar and it is amazing. It's very hydrating. It doesn't dry the skin out at all, which is one of the reasons why I really like it a lot. So that soap I highly recommend. Exfoliating has helped me a lot. Now you have sensitive dry skin, so you want to be careful. You don't want to use exfoliators that are too, I probably wouldn't even use like any type of like liquid exfoliators like glycolic acid right now. I think that might be too much for your skin unless you go to a dermatologist and she gives you like a lower dosage or something like that. That might work. Or even like some of the glycolic acid peels, like not peels, but like the pads, excuse me, that you can find like at Ulta, that might be okay for you. But I love Dermalogica's scrub. It's like a rice, like a Japanese, it's not Japanese, but I think it does hail from Japan, like how they use rice as exfoliator for their skin. But it's a rice derived exfoliator by Dermalogica. That is my step 2 in my skincare regimen. And it is amazing because it helps to remove dead skin cells and then also helps to remove hyperpigmentation, scars, all of that, right? And then as my serum, like I literally have like a 3-step skincare regimen. Okay. My serum is by COSRX, COSRX, and it's the propolis serum. It's like a little jar like this big, like a little dropper, and it is so hydrating. It kind of gives you like that glass effect on your skin. So that's my 3-step skincare regimen that I recommend. If you want something different, I would look for ingredients like turmeric. People say turmeric. I just say turmeric. Kojic acid, for example, niacinamide. Like those ingredients are designed to help brighten the skin. Work with like uneven skin tone, darker. I can't even talk. Dark pigmentation. Those 3 ingredients would be ideal for sure. But my regimen is what I just said: the BR charcoal, the Dermalogica exfoliator, and the COSRX propolis serum is amazing. I would try that. And if you happen to have a breakout, a little teeny tiny dab of like tea tree oil will be amazing. The very next day, that bump or pimple will be smaller. For real, for real. Okay. Another old school trick that people don't know about for acne is toothpaste, not the gel kind. Like get like the Arm& Hammer, like the white kind, like, like the white traditional toothpaste. Adding a dab of that on like acne will also dry out that pimple and it will be a whole lot smaller the next day. So that's our little skincare trick, y'all. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. Any advice for transitioning without braids? Yeah, because I transitioned without braids. I would recommend going to like my older YouTube videos because you guys know I was relaxed at one point. Like when I was in my early 20s, I was not natural. I was relaxed and I filmed my whole transitioning process. I did a lot of buns. I did a lot of braid outs. I did a lot of headband wigs, like I did a lot of those half wigs. I just kept it simple. I kept it simple because when you are transitioning, you have the line of demarcation. And this is where people get messed up at. This is where people deal with breakage. So the line of demarcation is where the relaxed hair meets the natural hair. So there's like this transitional line that is very fragile. And depending on how you're styling your hair, it can lead to breakage at that line. So low manipulation is going to be key. Deep conditioners should be your best friend, okay? And just be very gentle and choose a date. Like, hey, I'm going to cut off the rest of the relaxed hair in, I don't know, September 1st, like choose a date and stick with it. And go back to my video, like just type in curly chemistry relaxer, curly chemistry, transitioning hair, and they'll all pop up. Okay. Hopefully that helps. You're welcome, Breaking Bread. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I think we're almost done with questions. I think. Okay. Oh, wait, maybe not. Okay, wait a minute. Where was I? Okay, hold on. I answered that one. JL. Hi, Curly Chemist. Hi. I have a question. Do you deep condition after two-step? Oh, heck yeah, I do. Heck yes. Okay. Jay says, do you deep condition after two-step protein treatment? Heck yeah. You got to. There's no way. There's no way. No way. We can do the Alpha G2 step and be like, oh, but we good. Let's rinse this protein out and hop out the shower. No, you want to deep condition your hair, or at least use a moisturizing conditioner, because once you rinse out that two-step, and I love two-step, I'm due for a two-step protein treatment. I try to do mine at least every 3 months, right? To keep my hair strong. So here's the thing. When you rinse that treatment out your hair, right? Your hair is going to be protein powered up. So it's going to feel strong. It's going to feel like, oh, you can, it's strong. So to bring that balance back, because once again, your protein is right here after Alpha G2 step. So, but your hair won't really thrive with protein way up here and moisture's down here. So to bring that balance, you want to do a deep conditioner or a conditioner to bring it up here. So you have that balance. So I highly, highly recommend it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be like a full-on deep conditioner treatment. Sometimes I'd be lazy. Well, not really be lazy. I'd be efficient. The difference between being lazy and efficient. I'd be efficient and just use a deep conditioner and like put a shower cap on while I'm in the shower, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes and we're good to go. But absolutely, you want to put some type of moisture back into your hair after you do a two-step. Great question, JL. Jacqueline says, Jacqueline, my grandmother's name is Jacqueline, and she's going to be 80 this year, and she has a birthday coming up too. Okay. Hi, Tanya. My 23-year-old daughter has lupus. Okay. And it's caused some hair thinning. Okay. Let me look at something real quick before I open my mouth. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was like, because I'm very cautious about what I say. So I want to make sure. Okay, we're back. Hi, Tanya. My 23-year-old daughter has lupus and it's caused some hair thinning. She has mixed porosity 3B3C hair. Any tips to help thicken and grow it back? Thank you. Absolutely. So I feel like anytime I get a health-related question, I'm always going to say, and I don't know if this is good or bad, and I'm gonna have to like sit seriously, like consult with someone, but I'm always going to say lifestyle changes. I'm always going to say anti-inflammatory diet. Like I said, I'm always going to say that because I just feel like there's just so much inflammation in the body that causes these diseases and autoimmune issues, and how, in my opinion, they can be reversed. I think, like, I have that much faith that these things can be reversed by lifestyle changes, right? But of course, please do your research, because I ain't no physician. I'm a chemist, but I ain't no physician, okay? So, but I think that would be the core. That would be like the first step I would do, you know. That's the first thing. And I know it's like really tiny, but seriously, like I don't know if she drinks like soda, because soda has a lot of carbs in it. And then you have juice and you have bread and all these things. And it's just like carbs are just like, I'm sorry, reel it in. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox today. I'm not gonna do it. But that's the first thing I recommend. The second thing I would say is for her, because what's happening is her body is attacking her hair follicles, leading to shrinking of the follicles, leading to thinning of the hair. That's really what's going on here, right? So it's like getting to that core root is really what's going to really be the kicker here. Now, what you can do also, it's always tricky. What you can do also is continue to do, okay, does she have a hair care regimen? Like, does she have like an actual regimen that she sticks to on a daily or weekly basis? Like, is she caring for her hair? That's the first thing I would say. Make sure that she has a good regimen, right? The second thing I would say before is you really can't go wrong with scalp massages. And I know I sound so like repetitive and probably redundant saying the same thing, but scalp massages really are one of those underrated hair solutions that help a ton, because her follicles need that blood flow. They need those nutrients to grow. So getting those scalp massages in, and I would even, like I said before, I would pair it with an oil. Now, she doesn't have to use pumpkin seed oil, but I would use a lightweight oil like jojoba oil, which matches her hair's natural sebum, with a mix of rosemary and, oh, that might be good too, black seed oil. I would check out black seed oil. So, okay, okay, if I were you, this is what I would do. I would make a mixture at home. And I'm, like I said, I am not a herbalist, but in my mind, I can see this working. So I would definitely get like a mixture of jojoba oil, black seed oil, because black seed oil has some serious data behind it, especially of it being very and extremely anti-inflammatory, going back to that inflammation, right? So I would highly recommend using jojoba oil, black seed oil, a few drops of rosemary, a few drops of lavender and peppermint. So those three essential oils with jojoba and black seed oil, mix that together and have her use that. I would even have her use it on a daily basis, like make this like a nightly routine, almost like a, excuse me, like a before she goes to bed nighttime routine, where she's taking a little bit, just a little bit, because a little goes a long way, of this mixture and putting it on the like the balls of her fingers and just massaging her scalp. Hair supplement would also be good too. So she's getting her vitamins, her nutrients, and to also help with that hair growth too. But I would definitely do that. And I would also make sure that she's using, or not using, but also doing low maintenance, because since her body is attacking her hair follicles, is attacking that dermal papilla, that could also be weakening the hair as well. So you want to use very low maintenance styles. So no braids, no tight braids, no tension on the scalp, none of that. Like low maintenance. If she want to get into protective style and do like a little good little headband wig all a day, do that. You know what I'm saying? But low maintenance will be key for her. Okay. But I hope that helps. I know I've been like talking and kind of rambling, but hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. And keep me posted. Where are you? I forgot. I don't know where you are again, but send me an email. Like, kind of let me know how her progress is, because I'm invested. I'm invested now. So send me an email at ilearn@curlychemistry.com. and let me know how she's doing and how that regimen is working for her. And you guys know I do one-on-one hair care coaching calls. So if you do want to connect one-on-one even more, we can set that up as well. Okay. So I'm wishing her all the best. I'm wishing her all the best. And I'll also keep her in my prayers as well, because once again, I do believe in healing. I do believe in the reversal of these disorders and diseases and whatnot. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right, what time is it? 9:00. We're gonna start doing rapid fire. We're gonna start doing rapid fire because it is getting late. I accidentally ordered toasted pumpkin seed oil. Is that still good? What color is it? That's the question. Like, is the pumpkin seed oil like a darkish green, darkish brown color? Then it might be okay, but I would recommend getting like organic, regular pumpkin seed oil to really get the benefits of it. That's what I would recommend. Is scalp massages versus exercising the same for blood flow to the scalp and stimulation? It can be, but I think that direct movement on the scalp, a scalp massage, in my opinion, far outweighs exercising to affect hair growth. So if you're trying to get hair growth, I would do a topical massage on your scalp with your fingers, okay? Or with the scalp massage electric device, okay? All right, let's see. What do you think of Black Girl vitamins? I think they're awesome. I think they're good. No red flags there. Let's see. I brought the As I Am Long and Luxe shampoo. Thank you for the great recommendation. You're welcome, Anne. I'm so glad you like it. Have you heard of Alodia Natural Hair Care Products? It was created by a Black doctor, Dr. Isfahan Chambers Harris, and her husband. You should do a live session with her. I have heard of her products. I haven't used them before. But yeah, that would be interesting. That would actually be kind of cool. I took my hair out from twist and added hair, and my ends are. I took my hair out from my twist, added hair, and my ends are breaking now. Low porosity hair, getting a trim. That's good. I will order hair herb mixture from Amazon, soak in argan oil. That could work too, but your ends are breaking. So since your ends broke off, either it's manipulation from the braids or they're just dry. More than likely, they were like really dry. So that's why I always tell people, when you get braids in your hair or twists, try to put some type of liquid spritz, liquid moisturizer that can easily be sprayed on the braids, because it's still going to come in contact with your hair. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what that is. And of course, you can still put an oil on top of it to seal in that moisture to help reduce that breakage that you're experiencing. But the fact that you're getting a trim, I think that's a great first step. Definitely do that. And then I would just say TLC your ends, like really baby your ends for the next month or two. And I think that'd be really helpful to kind of help to restore that. But the first step is a trim. So I love that you're doing that, because there's some people nowadays who don't want to get trims for whatever reason, but I'm glad you're doing it. Okay. Hi, Tanya. Hey, how you doing? Could you please explain how and when to use witch hazel to increase scalp health? Absolutely. So I look at witch hazel as a great way to, in a sense, reduce excessive oil and sweat on the scalp. So I recommend witch hazel, like especially like the Thayer's witch hazel, the rosemary witch hazel, for those who are like working out in the middle of the week and your scalp gets kind of icky and kind of sweaty and kind of oily. Then witch hazel can come in to kind of act as like a mini wash day for your scalp, you know? I don't recommend it on the hair, but on the scalp, absolutely. So that's how I recommend witch hazel. There's other benefits to it as well, but it's also very hydrating for the scalp. So it's removing the sweat, the oil, a little bit of the buildup, but it's also hydrating your scalp as well. So that's how I would recommend it, like as an in-between quick mini wash day. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, witch hazel might be a good way to, might be a good, what is it called? Dry shampoo alternative, in my opinion, because dry shampoo, you know, it works, but it can kind of leave the hair feeling kind of gooky, you know, and then some people just don't respond well to it. But witch hazel being water-based in a sense, you know, it's very hydrating. So I can see that actually being an advantage to dry shampoo, in my opinion. But I digress. But that's how I recommend using it. For a two-step method to moisturize your hair, how much is too often? Don't want to have my hair oily. How much is too often? So your hair will tell you. Your hair will tell you. So I recommend this, and this is how you can find what your moisture cycle is. So today is Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday. So let's say you moisturize your hair today, right? Friday, tomorrow, your hair may still feel pretty good. Saturday, your hair may still feel pretty good, feel soft, it don't feel dry or dull. But Sunday, your hair may be kind of thirsty. So that's kind of how you know what your moisture cycle is. So what is that? That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a 3-day moisture cycle. So you kind of got to test it out first, because your hair will respond. Your hair will let you know, hey, I'm thirsty on that third day. So that's kind of how you know without doing it too much. Now, there are some people who do have to moisturize their hair every single day, but since you're kind of concerned about that, you may not be in that boat. You may be more like me, like a 2-day moisture cycle or a 3-day moisture cycle. So that's what I recommend. Hopefully that helps. Aussie Moist and Apogee are excellent leave-in conditioners. They are. They're so good. And they're so underrated, but they're so good. Okay, I'm postmenopausal and sweat heavy in my head/hair. How do I get my scalp dry and curls popping without a relaxer? Ooh, without a relaxer, sis? You trying to be fun? So here's what I recommend doing. You may want to stretch your hair. So I stretch my hair by blow drying. So I have a Revere, and I use it because it's a great way to stretch my hair, reduce breakage without heat damage, right? So that's what I do throughout the day. Now, you mentioned that you be sweating, right? So since you sweating, that's still a thing, even with blow dried hair, right? So you may have to switch up your styles. You may want to use or do more buns, for example, or headband wigs or braid outs. Because if you do a braid out, even with like your hair kind of reverting, it's still going to look pretty good because the braid out is already in that crinkly, curly shape, right? Now, if you're straightening your hair, then that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story because it's kind of hard to keep that straight style with your roots puffing up, right? But I think buns, headband wigs, and braid outs would be a great style option in the space of, styling your hair in that menopausal space with, sweating and hot flashes and all this stuff. I don't have that, but I feel for you, girl, because my mom goes through it. I feel for you. I ain't ready. Okay, anyway. I like to use a combination of oils after bath: sunflower, avocado, grapeseed, coconut, olive. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. What are your 2 top creams and butters and sealants right now? Ooh, top creams and butters. Top 2 creams. You already know what they are. You know what they are, Curly Sloth. We locked in, sis. We are locked in. You know what they are. The Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream and the Aussie Moist Shea, not Aussie Moist, I'm sorry, the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner. Those are my top creams right at the moment. Will that change 6 months from now? Probably. It might change next month. But right now, those are my top 2. And then as far as sealants, I don't know, like sweet almond has me in a chokehold right now. I just love sweet almond oil. And honestly, like the best sweet almond oil I've ever used, believe it or not, is from Whole Foods. It's like the 365 brand. It says softening sweet almond oil. It is so freaking good. Like that combination, ooh, it's really good. So that's what I use. That's chokehold, like for real. I digress. Okay, next. I answered that already. Thank you so much. It did like for real. Okay. Do you have any good suggestions for hair serum? Well, what kind of serum? It's like a heat protectant? Actually, Lador Wonder Oil. This is the mic. I just dropped it. Lador Wonder Oil. I'm on my 5th bottle. It is that good. It is so good. And I think it's on sale at Amazon for $21. Yes, y'all, it's $21 and $21. Okay, but it's good. And I love it. So that one is good. If you're like, I don't want to pay $21, Tanya, I don't want to pay that. If you don't want to pay it, I understand. Then I would say like a hair serum, right? I would say you can't go wrong with like these natural hair care brands that have hair serums, like Briogeo. Well, no, Briogeo's kind of up there. As I Am, Meal Organics, they have like hair serums as well. Fantasia Icy has a really good hair serum too. So you have some options. So yeah. What's the best way to get good quality biotin? Great question. So Mega Foods, great hair brand. I mean, vitamin brand. I recommended earlier. Pure Encapsulated, another great one. Ooh. Those are like my top two. Because the biotin I take daily, or I try to take daily, is Pure Encapsulated. Because I'm sorry, not all vitamins are made the same. I'm sorry, they're not. Quality matters. Process matters. Manufacturing matters. All that matters. But Pure Encapsulated always gets it right. I have their biotin. I think I've tried, yeah, their HSN, got that. I have their B complex, got that. Yeah, got that. I'm also taking, I think, yeah, I'm taking a prenatal. I ain't pregnant, but I am taking their prenatal. And that's also good too. So I don't know. Pure Encapsulated, y'all need to sponsor this video. Okay. I need to check. Just saying. But nah, but they're really good. I recommend them. Okay, let's see. Intermission music as I find where I was. Hello, your content is helping me so much on my hair journey. Yay, Anastasia! I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. How does your hair grow from time to time? I don't understand your question, sis. How does your hair grow from time to time? I don't understand your question. So what do they say? Like your hair grows like what, half an inch a month? I think that's like the norm. But remember, our scalp can be producing hair, but if we're not, it feels so weird. This is not my hair. So it feels weird like your ends, but you get what I'm trying to say. Your scalp can be producing hair, but if you're not caring for your ends, you're not going to see the growth. Like your anagen phase can be so active, like growing, like, but you're not seeing it because your ends are breaking off. And you're thinking, my hair ain't growing. My hair ain't, nah, boo, your hair is growing, but you're not maintaining your length. So it just seems like it ain't growing, but it is. So that's the big culprit too. You know, that's why I always say manipulation is like probably one of the key reasons why we don't see a lot of hair growth in the Black community. And that's why people always say, oh, Black hair don't grow, Black hair don't grow. Nah, boo, our hair grow. The thing is, we've been manipulating it for such a long time and not really knowing how to care for it. That's really it. Now, of course, there's always a thing of nutrient deficiencies, hormonal issues, internal things for sure. But a big culprit of a lack of hair growth is really going to be a lack of length retention. So, but it's okay because we're here and we're talking about it. So there's hope. There's always hope. Okay, let's see. Answered that question already. Let's see. I answered that question on thinning hair already. Can hair grease help hair to grow? Can hair grease help hair to grow? Technically, no. So looking at like the chemistry of hair grease, right? Petroleum, petrolatum, whatever you want to call it. It is a occlusive ingredient. So there's no stimulants in there. There's no polyphenols in there. There's no organic compounds in there that support hair growth like rosemary, peppermint, right? But it does help with length retention. So I just mentioned before about how we don't have a hair growth issue. We have a length retention issue. This is where hair grease comes into play to help reduce breakage, soften the hair, and lock in moisture so your hair, so you can see the length that your scalp is giving you. So does hair growth directly affect hair growth? No. I mean, sorry, does hair grease directly affect hair growth? No, but it does help reduce breakage so you can retain your length. That's why I always recommend hair grease. I don't care what nobody say, hair grease is the bomb.com. As long as you're washing your hair on a consistent basis, hair grease is a benefit. It will not be a benefit if you're not washing your hair. That's a thing too. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Hope that answers your question. Okay, let's see. I follow your low porosity recommendation and it works. Yay, I have hydration and good length retention. I love that. I love that. I love that. Keep going. Keep going. Like what you're currently doing, keep going because that is your hair telling you, hey, girlfriend, I like this. I like it. Okay, so keep doing it. So keep going. Oh, let's see. If you have a moment, can you do a video on how to properly do a scalp massage with hands and electric massager? Do you use a scarf? No scarf? Knit cap? No, I don't use a scarf. Like afterwards, like when I go to bed, yes. But I can actually do a video on scalp massage. And for those who have my ebook, Hair Growth Strategies for Black Women, Unlocking the Length, I talk about how there are different scalp massage strategies that we can do, because a lot of times you think scalp massage is just like this. No, there's like 4 or 5 different techniques you can do, and I talk about them in this ebook. And that is the Hair Growth Strategies for Black Women. That one I highly recommend. I'm going to post it in here since I'm talking about it. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there it is in the chat. Let me try to pin it. Okay, there we go. So that book, I talk about like all things hair growth, and of course I think I have 4 or 5 different scalp massage techniques that help support hair growth, because there's so many different techniques. It's amazing. Okay, let's see. Shea Moisture Black Seed Oil Shampoo Conditioner was the only kind I would use before they were bought and cause hair loss. Is there one I can trust now, or do I need to make my own somehow? Conditioner wise, I mean shampoo conditioner wise. So if you don't trust Shea Moisture, like that line, the Jamaican Black Seed, I would look into As I Am. Their shampoo, the Long and Luxe line, I think is bomb. I would try their conditioner and the shampoo and their conditioner. I would try that combination. And I think I personally think you're going to like it. So As I Am, Long and Luxe shampoo and conditioner, between those two. Should I wet my hair before applying botanical oil? You can to lock in the moisture, especially if you can do like a braid out or a twist out. You can absolutely do that for sure. Do you recommend Nutrafol? I do. I think Nutrafol is a great hair supplement. They have a lot of data, and they've done clinical testing behind their formulas. So I do recommend them for sure. Is it better to take biotin in vitamin form or drops? That's a great question. I think both are fine, because biotin is a water-soluble vitamin. So, and by the way, since biotin is a water-soluble vitamin, your body doesn't really store it like omega-3 or vitamin D, which is like an oil soluble. So, taking it on a daily basis is going to be ideal. I think the max you can do is like 10,000 mcgs. I think that's what the max you can do, or is it 10,000? I think it is 10,000 mcgs. Let me double check. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie, no. Hold on a second. Yeah, 10,000 mcgs. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, so that's completely fine. Like I said, drops or the supplement form, like vitamin form, pill form, is completely fine. Either option works. Can sleep in water intake impact the health of your hair? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to say water impacts blood flow within the body. So, absolutely. And if your body is sleep deprived, it's not going to function the way it's supposed to. So yeah, I absolutely believe sleep, a lack of sleep and a lack of water can absolutely affect your hair health for sure. Okay, we're getting down, we're getting down, we're getting down, we're getting down. Just Jazzy 54, yay, first live. Yay, so glad you're here. Welcome. And for those who are just coming in, I'm going to save this live. So if you're just coming in, you can watch the replay directly after this. Okay, where am I? Answered that already. Oh, can we extend the anagen phase? Yes, you can. You can. So how do you do it, Tanya? How do you extend the anagen phase? So there was a research paper or a study that was done, oh gosh, maybe 10 years ago? I don't remember. 10 years ago, I think it was 10 years ago, about peppermint oil being able to extend the anagen phase. So peppermint oil. Okay. I think rosemary has the ability to do that as well, but definitely peppermint oil for sure. Because peppermint oil, as I said before, it's like a natural vasodilator. So it's opening up the blood vessels so more blood flow can come to the dermal papilla, which is like the bulb of the hair. So if you're getting more blood and more nutrients and more oxygen to that dermal papilla, you have the ability to extend your anagen phase. Absolutely. So pairing that, and you can do like jojoba oil with a few drops of peppermint oil, something real simple, 2 ingredients, done. And then pair that with scalp massaging, being consistent, that's going to be tremendous. But also remember, guys, as you're doing these treatments, as you're doing these scalp massages and you're buying these serums and these oils, you have to remember, how am I caring for my hair? Am I keeping up with my wash day? Am I manipulating my hair? Am I damaging my hair? Because all that stuff is going to kind of defeat the purpose of all the ingredients and the oils and the serums and if the core of our hair health is being diminished. So keep that in mind too. That's a whole nother soapbox that I could get on, but because of the time, I'm not going to get on the soapbox. But the care matters. The health matters. So don't forget about that. Scenario: my hair is soft, moisturized with luster. Then I use a little moisturizer to comb through / detangle. Next day, I notice my hair is dull and dry. I didn't seal with oil. Is that why? That could be why. That could be why. And I would do a trial. I would definitely do a trial. I would do one half of the moisturizer with no oil, and the other half with moisturizer with oil, right? I would also twist up your hair. Like, don't just put moisturize your hair and, I'm ready to go to bed now. No, like twist it up. Like maybe like 4 or 5 little 2-strand twists, 4 or 5 little 2-strand twists, and then unravel it the next day. That will let you know which technique your hair prefers. And more than likely, it's because you didn't have an oil to lock in that moisture, because water naturally evaporates. It's just a makeup of water. And that moisturizer you use, I can almost bet money 70%, if not more or a little less, of that formula was water. So all that hydrating benefit probably just evaporated off of your hair, leading to it feeling dry and dull. But the whole point of sealing in moisture, which is why I'll never understand why people say oils are bad for the hair, which I think we're starting to get away from. I'm so happy, because I'm like, can we get rid of this lie? Can we get rid of this myth? Because our hair is lipophilic. Our hair loves oil. Ooh, I'm sorry. We're not going to get on the soapbox tonight. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. But it's like, come on, girl. That's like me taking a shower and not putting no oil on my body or no lotion. You're going to be ashy. You're going to be gray. You're going to be gray. You're going to be cracky. You're going to be dry. because you need to lock that thing in. But I digress. We're not getting on the soapbox. We're not doing it. But I digress. Who said that again? Amber Bug 90. You got me on my soapbox a little bit, but we're okay. Yes, I think it's because you didn't seal with oil. So I would do that little experiment and try that out. And once you do that experiment, because I'm almost going to guarantee it's because of a lack of oil, take it up a notch. So your next trial, right? This side, moisturizer with regular sweet almond jojoba oil, but this side, moisturizer and hair grease. Twist it up, two-strand twist, go to bed, wake up, unravel. You might be surprised about that hair grease side. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And anyone can try this. Anyone can try this because you have to find the combination that your hair prefers. Like you have to find what your hair likes. That's really what it comes down to. So it's a science. It is a science to this, you know. But once you find like, oh snap, my hair like moisturizer and hair grease, your hair is going to start flourishing because you have found the key, I guess, to unlock that next level of hair health. So keep me posted. Keep me posted. Okay. Let's see. We love oils over here. We do, girl. Yes, we do. Give me all the oils. Give me the argan. Give me the castor. Give me the sweet almond. Give me the kukui oil. Give me the grapeseed oil. Give me the coconut oil. Give me the pumpkin seed oil. Give me the black seed oil. Did I say that already? Give me the hemp seed oil. Ooh, like oil me down. Well, that sounds okay. Anyway, oil my hair down. How about that? No, but seriously, because even like back in the day, oils were considered a luxury. People would trade treasure and people, oil has always been of value. Number one, because of the process to get the oil, you have to press the seed, especially if it's like a seed oil, like pumpkin seed oil. It could be a flesh as well, like olive oil is like a fleshy oil, but just the process involved heightens the value of these oils. So let's not undermine oils, y'all. Like, let's not do that. Almost got on my soapbox again. Who done gave me $5? Who gave me $5? Renee is like, listen, girl, I'm gonna need you to answer my question. Thank you, Renee. Renee says low porosity 4B4C hair. Do you have a video on uneven growth / density? My top front has always been shorter, so my twists end up looking uneven. Did you answer the question earlier, Renee? I had, because someone else answered that, asked that question before, but I don't mind answering it again. So basically, our hair grows in different phases, right? So this part of my hair, actually, I can almost guarantee, I can tell you, but I can't tell you now because my hair has protective styling, but my left side of my hair is always longer, no matter what I do. Well, I shouldn't say that because I haven't really tried to grow it because I just don't care at this point. But the left side of my hair is always longer than my right side. So a lot of times, just naturally, our hair follicles are in different phases. You know, I will say 10% of our hair is always going to be in the shedding phase. Now, if you are experiencing for real hair loss, that shedding phase can look like 20% or 30%. And now it looks like your hair is thinning, right? But as far as like what you can do to get things back on track or like kind of help to even it out, you have two choices. Number one, you may not like it, but I'm going to tell you when because I love you. So I'm going to tell you anyway. Number one, you could cut your hair. I told you you weren't going to like it. You can cut your hair so that now it's even. And you can kind of start fresh. Because your uneven growth may not be because of mine. Mine is just naturally, internally genetic, no matter, it just is what it is. Yours could be due to some type of damage from the past. It could be anything. It could be from manipulation. It could be anything. So you could start fresh, like completely fresh, right? Or what you could do is, and I always say this, the part that is shorter, really pay a lot of attention to it. What does that mean, Tanya? Meaning, if the front part is shorter, take that jojoba oil with a few drops of peppermint, few drops of rosemary, like a little vial or a little bottle, and really hone in on taking that oil and doing nightly scalp massages with that oil. Only in that section. Because once again, you want to target the hair growth in that front section. Okay. Now, if you want to go ahead and do the rest, you might go and do it. You can do it. You might have longer hair in the back, but I would target the hair growth with that ointment, not ointment, because not an ointment, with that oil mixture, or it can be any hair growth oil on the market. It can be anything. It can be the Miele Organics. It can be not Carol. Oh, she might have a hair growth. It can be anything. It can be anything. Creole Essence has a good one. Creole Essence has castor oil, peppermint, and rosemary already mixed in. That one's really good. Creole Essence, yeah, Ulta. But I would target that area and I would do a scalp massage for 5 hours. Oh my God, I almost said 5 hours. 5 minutes. I was thinking about that lady who said you got a scalp massage for 2 hours, but that's a different video. We ain't talking about that. 5 minutes. 5 minute scalp massages. Okay. Every night. Focusing on that section, Renee, okay? That is what I would do. Like really hone in on that section and do targeted scalp massages. I think that's going to be key for you. If you're not already taking a hair supplement, I would do that too, just for extra oomph, but that scalp massage will be ideal for sure. Styling, I would be careful with the styling as well in that area. Make sure nothing's pulling, no tension, none of that, okay? So hopefully that helps. Keep me posted. Let me know how it's going, okay? Okay, let's see. Excuse me. I'm gonna make sure I go back to where I was. Oh my gosh, is it almost 10 o'clock? It's 9:32. Okay, we gotta go soon. Gotta go. All right, let's do rapid fire, and then we're gonna head out in like the next 10 minutes, and we're gonna go. Hi, T. It's so funny you guys call me T because my family calls me T. Well, they don't really call me. Okay, anyway, I digress. I'm 4C hair type and think I have alopecia. Okay, 4C, alopecia. My heart breaks more since, not your heart, your hair. Okay. My hair breaks more since I moved to the islands. That's interesting. Okay. I've cut it 2 times and trimmed it. Which tests to do to understand my case? Which tests to do? So, I mean, you could do a porosity test, you could do that where you take a strand of your hair, put it in a cup of water. If it floats, it's low porosity. If it sinks, it's high porosity. So you could do that. But honestly, I think it's more so product than anything. So you are in the islands, girlfriend. Get you some coconut oil and ship me some. Email me, okay? And I will send you my shipping address. Ship me some island-based coconut oil. I got you. I'll Cash App you or PayPal you, okay? But seriously, coconut oil, that's going to help with moisture retention and the integrity of your cuticle while you are over there. Because clearly something with the weather, isn't hair so amazing? It's just like, so there's so many variables. It's something with the weather. More than likely, it's probably more humid there, I'm assuming, which plays a role for sure. Depending on your porosity, because you could be high porosity. So your cuticles are already lifted, and then the high humidity over there probably doesn't make it any better. So that means even if you put product in your hair, it's not staying in there. It's literally, you're putting it in and it's leaving, right? And that's why I'm saying coconut oil, pre-poo treatments will be a game changer for you. If you try coconut oil, you didn't like it, try babasu oil. Or try Botana oil, but not the liquid version, get the solid version. You want it to be solid because solid oils like Botana, Babasu, coconut have saturated fats. And saturated fats are tiny compared to unsaturated fats that are in olive oil, like liquidy, like fluid, like oils. So because they're so small, they penetrate into the cuticle and actually repair the hair from the inside out. And in some cases, they can help with sealing that moisture. It's so funny. I had a client this week. Oh, I'm getting chills right now. I had a client this week, and she has high porosity hair. And she legit told me, she was like, Tanya, I did my first pre-poo ever with coconut oil, and I feel like my porosity changed. And when she said that, I was like, okay. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, like, what if consistent coconut oil treatments can change the porosity where your cuticles are now able to hold more moisture in without them releasing? So cool. This is why I love what I do. It's just so exciting. But anyway, that's what I would recommend for you, sis. Coconut oil pre-poo on your wash day to help lock in that moisture. And you may want to get your hands on some Blue Magic hair grease. If they ain't got Blue Magic over there, get you some hair grease, because that's going to help tremendously if you have high porosity hair to lock in that moisture. So I think that will be really helpful. I really do. I really do. I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited. You got to keep me posted on that. Dineo, D-I-N-E-O. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but you got to keep me posted on that. But I think that's what it is. So try that out and keep me posted. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. If this has been helpful, be sure to like this video. If we can get to 120 likes, that'd be great before we go. Okay. Oh no, I'm late to the party. No, you ain't late, girl. You is not late. You got on time. What is your advice to help with hair growth for bariatric patients who experience hair loss trying to grow it back? Oh, wow. So, let me look real quick. Hold on. And I'm not looking for an answer. I just want to confirm something, because one thing about me, I'm going to make sure I know what I'm saying before I say something. Okay. Hold on one second. I didn't know that. Okay. You ready? Because I'm ready. So 2 things. One thing just came to my mind. Well, one thing kind of, okay, anyway, I'll just talk. So hair loss, bariatric patient. Did you have surgery recently? Are you still in here? I don't know if you're still in here. But if you had, I'm just going to assume, if you had surgery recently, that can lead to what I was talking about earlier, the telogen effluvium, because in some cases, surgery and stress can lead to hair loss. It can lead to shocking of the follicles I was talking about before. So it could be that. The good thing is, though, August of last year. Okay, so it's been a while then. It's been a while. But it could be that. It could be that. But I will say this, a lot of times surgery can lead to hair loss, but it should have recovered by now. So let's take that off the table, right? Now I will say this, the advice I'm going to give you is the same I would give to anyone else. Make sure your iron levels are where they need to be, vitamin D levels are where they need to be. I don't know what your diet looks like now after the bariatric surgery, so make sure you're cutting down on like high carb things. Like I would totally eliminate a high carb diet completely, because that's going to cause inflammation in your scalp, which can then lead to follicle shrinkage. So if you have been consuming like sodas and like, juices that have like high carb counts, like 20 grams of carbs, 30 grams of carbs and up, that's a red flag for sure. And this is for anyone. This is for anyone, because hair care is very much health care. You know what I'm saying? So if you do have a high carb diet, and that can look like fried food, that can look like cereal, the hidden culprit. I legit stopped eating cereal like 2 years ago. Like, I don't eat cereal. I miss it, but I don't. But high carb diets absolutely cause inflammation in the body, inflammation in the scalp, which will then lead to hair loss and even shrinking of the follicles and even shortening your anagen phase. So I don't know what the new diet looks like, sis, but that could also be a thing too. My issue now that the loss has slowed down is retaining. I have been upping my protein and working out. That's good that you have been upping your protein. That's going to be key for sure. So it sounds like you're doing what you should be doing. So I would just say make sure that you're getting like your supplements in, your vitamins in. Get on a good hair supplement. I would recommend. I would. I would try the pure encapsulated HSN. Like I would go for that one. Try that one out for at least the next 3 months. See if you see an improvement with that supplement. And of course, scalp massages for sure. And just kind of give yourself grace, kind of be patient with your body, be patient with your hair, and you will see an improvement as well. But I think that lifestyle change is going to be huge, like a huge culprit, or not a huge culprit, but a huge game changer for you as well. So kudos to you. And I'm so excited for you. And I'm wishing you all the best, and keep me posted on your journey. Okay, let's see. I answered that already. Thanks for putting the ebook. Do you have an audiobook? Are there any hair books you recommend? I don't have an audiobook, but the hair books I do recommend are in my Amazon store. They should be under like resources or curly chemistry educational books. Like you'll see them there. Another good book I like is Black Hair Care Science. It was written maybe like 20 years ago, but it's maybe 15 years ago, but it's a really, really good book, Black Hair Care Science. You can get off Amazon. It's really, really good. Highly recommend that one. All right. How do you know when you're using a bad moisturizer, or if you simply need to seal with? I'm getting hot. Whew, Lord of mercy. Okay. How do you know when you're using a bad moisturizer or simply to seal with an oil? So how do you know if you're using a moisturizer and you sealed and it's still crappy? It could be the moisturizer. It could be the moisturizer for sure. So I would try that. And if you're still not seeing any results, then I would switch out your moisturizer for sure. Yeah. Great question. My hair loves water and oil together. So soft. Diagnosed with alopecia, the center of my crown breaks regularly. I have not had a perm in over 10 years. No matter what I do, my hair feels dry. Any suggestions? Evelyn, my question to you would be, what's your regimen? Like what is your current regimen? How often do you wash your hair? Like for you, I would recommend, since your hair always feels dry no matter what, your wash day may need to be on a weekly basis. I almost want to challenge you to do deep conditioners for the next 3 wash days and see if you notice a difference, right? And then I would recommend, I don't know how thick your hair is, but I would try the Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream and Sweet Almond Oil, that combination, every 2 days. Especially in the crown area where it's kind of dry. I would do that regimen for the next, I would say for the next month or 2, and see if you notice a difference. Okay. So weekly washes, deep conditioning, back to back for the next 3 washes. After that, you can do deep conditioning once a month. Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream, Sweet Almond Oil, that combination once every 2 days. And increase your water intake. So I would try that and keep me posted. Let me know how it works for you. Hey girl, Danielle, you're here. I know you was here, friend. Are you still here? Friend, where have you been all my life sharing this information that I needed years ago? Really? That's my real friend in real life. I don't know if are you still in here, Danielle? She might have left, but that's my real friend in real life. We're going hiking on Saturday. Pray for me. Pray for me. Okay, Lizzie says, can you answer my question? What do you think of Biolage shampoo? I think Biolage shampoo is a great brand. I don't see any red flags with their ingredients. I would look at the ratings and see how people are, responding to the formula, but I don't see any red flags with that brand. I think they're a really good one. What should I use to color my gray hair? There's a shampoo in my store. I can't remember the name of it, but there's like a shampoo that actually dyes your hair when you wash your hair. I would check that out. Some people use like indigo, like natural herby powder to do that. So you could do it that way too. And then, also I would look on YouTube and then type in like, coloring gray hair naturally, just to see what other women who do have gray hair and what they're doing and what's successful for them. So I would check that out. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for the answers. My head is My head is quite big, and I find it hard. I find it hard finding a fitting wig for me. What brand do you recommend? Girl, I got a big head too. Okay. So sensational. I'm getting silly. That's how I know it's time to go. The sensational, what I think it's called What Lace or What the Lace, because that's what I got on right now. The sensational What the Lace. This hair is called, well, it's Ezra. It normally does not look like this. I'm not going to keep it like this because to me, and I can clown myself, I don't care. This looks like spaghetti. It's cute, but it's giving spaghetti. So what I normally do is I brush it out and it's like, that's what I like. So the next time y'all see me with this wig on, it's going to be, but this is called Ezra. Sensational What the Lace Ezra. So that's what I recommend. Sensational What the Lace, because it has a band and it's adjustable and all the stuff. So that's what I highly recommend. Check it out. And the link is in my Amazon store below this video. Does MSM extend the anagen phase as well? I wouldn't say it does. I think, I look at MSM as helping with the keratinization of the hair follicle, like actually building the hair, because it is a form of sulfur. And sulfur is involved in forming the keratin within the hair. So I can't see it as an anagen extender. It might be, but I haven't seen that it is. But I can see it being something that does strengthen the follicle as well, reducing hair loss, reducing thinning of the hair, but like directly affecting the anagen phase. I don't think so. That's just my opinion. So yeah. All right, answer that. Answer that. Danielle, you're still here? I wish you can come live with me because Danielle has Danielle, do you want to share your regimen? Like, do you want to share the products that you're using? Like, too bad you can't go live with me. Can you go live with me? No, I don't think you can. I might have to try YouTube on my phone. Because I think on your phone, you can do live and bring people in. I don't know. But Danielle has beautiful hair. Like her curls are always popping. And she be straightening her hair every once in a while. And she never get heat damage. So sis, if you want to like tell them like your favorite shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer, if you want to tell your wash day, tell them. Because we are a community here. And we help each other out. So I'm going to let you do that. Yes, join me live. Oh, matter of fact, I might, I think I'm gonna go live next week on Instagram because I know for a fact you can join me live on Instagram for sure. YouTube, I have to find out, but IG live, abso-freaking-lutely. I might put you on it. I might do some, we got some fun. So yes. But in the meantime, for YouTube, tell them. Yes, let's do it. Tell them what you use because your hair is gorgeous. So tell them shampoo, conditioner, and moisturizer, and anything else. And I'm gonna get to these questions. So, thank you. Okay, let's see. Where was I? I answered that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll try option 2 because I think it's genetic. I've been like this my whole life. Of course, sis, you're welcome. Any good hair products for people with peanut/tree nut allergies? Oh. It's so tricky because I feel like almost every product got like shea butter in it or something like that. But I would just say, that's hard. That's so hard. I have a sensitive hair care product list that is fragrance free. And I want to say it's also peanut and tree nut free as well. And I think one of the brands is Inner Sense. It might be Inner Sense, but check out Inner Sense. Check out that brand, that shampoo conditioner, because I want to say that may be a good solution for you. But also below in my Amazon store, I do have a list of like sensitive hair care products that I think are worth looking into. So check that out. Okay. Yay, thank you, Breaking Bread. I'm thinking of the show Breaking Bad, but thank you, sis. Okay, let's see. All right, we're almost done. Products I'm currently loving. Oh man, I'm currently loving the As I Am Long and Luxe shampoo. I'm loving Of course. I feel like all the products I'm loving, I already said. Um, Man, the Dew Chief Rocka Mousse, I really like their honey dip, the styling product, the Dew honey dip. Love that. Man, what else? I mentioned the two creams I love, Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream and the Shea Pro Leave-In by Apogee. Like those are like what I'm really loving right now. So yeah. Uh, hmm. You've been adding MSM to your protein. Is that good? That's fine. That's completely fine. How much moisturizer do you take every day? Like for my hair, I moisturize my hair every 2 days. And I'll just typically just use as much as I need for my hair. Maybe like, I don't even know. I just use it enough where my hair feels good. You kind of got to like play around with it, but I don't use like a ton of moisturizer because I don't want it to feel way down. All right. Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap up soon. I think I'm almost done with these questions. Breaking Bread said, I had surgery August 24th. My ferritin was high because of the stress of the surgery, recovery, and inflammation. I'm better now. Iron and protein. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I experienced the same. My surgery was in 2019. I found supplements that are easy to take on an empty stomach. Ooh, that's good. So I get the most absorption. That's good. I also take slightly higher doses after checking with my doctor. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love it. I love your glasses. Thank you. I got these off Amazon. My mom doesn't like them though. I always say that story when someone compliments me. Thank you, but my mom doesn't like them. That's fine. I like them. I think they're cute. Anyway, what do you do when you're not making videos for a day? When I'm not making videos, I'm planning content. Like there's always some level of curly chemistry that is happening. Always. So I'm either doing research, reading something, working on content, trying out new products, answering emails, doing consultations, working on some new projects I can't share right now. Yeah. So when I'm not doing curly chemistry things, I am hanging out with friends, hanging out with family. I like naps. I like movies. I like food. I like trying new foods, restaurants. I love live music. I love to travel, which I wish I can do more. So yeah, all the things. Woo. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Danielle, would you put girl? Per my friend's request, I wash my hair weekly. Typically, I use Donna's Recipe Moisture C shampoo and conditioner. I may follow with her leave-in conditioner. I have not tried her leave-in conditioner. I have to check it out. I have to check it out. Okay. Answered that already. I'm a YouTuber, sis. She can go live right now. You can just have. Oh, she can go live right now. Okay. I didn't know. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. But that is so cool. That's good to know. Thank you, Breaking Bread. I didn't know that. Breaking Bread, what's your channel about? Like, what do you talk about on your channel? Who else on here be on YouTube? Like, does anyone else on here the content creator? Like, are you on YouTube? Are you on TikTok? Like, tell me. I don't think I've ever asked that question before to you guys. Like, are any of you guys content creators? Because if you are, drop your stuff below so we can know what you do. Okay. Let us know. Okay. I think I got all the questions. This is my first live chat. I really enjoyed it. Very informative. Thank you, Just48. I'm so glad. So the usual schedule is YouTube on Thursdays at 7 or 8 o'clock. And then the following week, Instagram on Thursdays, 7 or 8 o'clock. So that's pretty much how that usually goes. I've been kind of MIA these past 2 weeks because I've been traveling and all the things, but we're back to some normalcy now. So next week we will be on Instagram at 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 o'clock next week. But I'm so glad you're here. Did you already speak about melanin hair care? No, we didn't talk about melanin tonight. We didn't talk about them tonight. But I do like her deep conditioner. It's really good. I do like that. Gut health plays a big role for scalp health and skin. You are so right, Breaking Bread. Breaking Bread, I'm waiting for you to tell me what your channel is about. Like, no one else on here are video makers. I actually use her entire line of products. To change it up, I started using Rezo curls. They sent me a gel I have yet to try, but that's another line I do like as well. I gotta try their gel. Their mousse is good. They have a mousse. Rezo curls has a really good mousse, very hydrating. Juices and botanics. Let's see. Oh, they're at Sally's. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at their hydrating hair cream. Let's see. Let's look at these ingredients, girl. Well, first of all, the third ingredient is a silicone. So you know I'm all for silicone, because when I see the third ingredient, dimethicone, that's Slip City. That is nothing but slip. The third ingredient, silicone, dimethicone, you're getting a lot of slip with that product. This product has 5 stars on Sally's Beauty. That's a good sign. And that's the Hydra Cream Hair Cream by Juices and Botanics. I might have to try that. I'm gonna have to try that. And that's why it's so good, guys, to know the ingredients, because I haven't even tried this product out, and I know it's going to be a winner for my hair because my hair likes silicones. What else? Look at something else. They have a leave-in spray with protein as a second ingredient. Okay, so this is like a serious, this is for real protein. Hydrolyzed quinoa, panthenol, sodium PCA, which is like a humectant. Oh, they have a lot of protein in here. Ooh, and they got a dimethicone. Girl, you might have turned me onto something new. I might have to try this brand. I love it. Juices and Botanics at Sally's. Or you can get it offline anywhere too. But I have to try this line out because it's giving what it needs to give. Okay. Does grease go on the scalp? If you have a dry scalp, yes, it can go on the scalp. Absolutely. If you have an oily scalp, then no. Breaking Bread has a family channel, eating pranks, challenges, and vlogs. Oh, I love it. Yay. Awesome, guys. Please be sure to check out Breaking Bread's channel. Support, like, comment, subscribe for her. I think that'd be awesome. Glitzy, a math YouTube channel. Oh, I love that. Go support her as well. Awesome. Let me write these names down because I want to check them out myself. And I don't think when I close out this live, well, YouTube will remember it, but I want to look at it like directly afterwards. GLITTTCEE. Okay. I'm on IG, Nick D, the fancy pillow. Custom decorative pillows and custom wedding ring pillows. Oh, I love that. Okay, so if anyone over here, if anyone's getting married soon, or you want some really, really cute custom decorative pillows, check out Nick D. Nick D, what's your, is it Fancy Pillow? Is that your IG name? Check her out. I think that's so dope. Renee? Not sis. You're a male girlfriend? Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. I'm glad you're here. I just started making content on artist development. Really enjoying the live. Yay, awesome. I think that's so dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So glad you're here. Kayla, hey, how does low hemoglobin affect length retention? I mean, the only way it would affect length retention is if it's like drying out the hair in some form or fashion, right? Because we're talking about the ends at this point. Hair growth, different story. But length retention, I would say that's more so what you're doing on an external basis, right? So in that case, if you are experiencing a lack of lymph retention, that's where that moisturizer and that sealant comes into play. That's where that frequent wash day comes into play, that deep conditioning comes into play, those external products to help reduce breakage at the end, so you can see more lymph retention, you know? So hopefully that helps. All right, let's get ready to go because we're going to keep going. If I don't, can I email you a picture of my hair? You can. That you can. ilearn at curlychemistry.com. What is the best something to use to cleanse the scalp? I use witch hazel between washes, but to get rid of buildup, what do you recommend? K18. Gosh, what's the name of that shampoo? It's like a charcoal shampoo that K18 has. I think is phenomenal. Or you can use Ores olive oil shampoo. You can't go wrong with those two. That would be a great, like those two products help to reduce buildup significantly. So yeah. My ministry channel is prophetic encouragement. I encourage singles to know their purpose and build a relationship with God while preparing for marriage. Oh, I love that. I love that. I think that is amazing. Definitely go and support Breaking Bread, y'all. She's on it. She is on it. She is on it. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. I'm going up now. I want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. All right, answer that. Okay, let's do these last 3 questions and then we're gonna go. Wait, is it 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 questions and we're gonna go. You're welcome. Okay, so the question is, can you talk more about low ferritin? Just found out mine is low. Think it's what's been making my hair shed. Oh, absolutely. So low ferritin can be tied to shortening the anagen phase for sure. And once again, pushing the hair cycle into that telogen phase. Absolutely. So that can definitely be a culprit for sure, what you're experiencing in regards to excessive hair shedding. Absolutely. Now, I would recommend, and of course, if your doctor is giving you like a specific iron supplement, go with that one. But I would recommend Mega Food Blood Builder. That one I swear by. I love it. It's my favorite. I highly recommend it. A lot of my clients also love it too. But that one I would recommend to help increase your ferritin levels and really to stop that excessive shedding. And that is Mega Foods Blood Builder. So yeah. Okay. Answer that already. I have tried to do the product thing and my hair just misbehaves, honey. Okay. I can't seem to figure out why it is so hot in here, guys. I would take this off, but I can't. I have tried to do the product thing and my hair just misbehaves, honey. I love how you just said honey. I can't seem to figure out why my hair breaks off badly with products, but my hair does so well with just grease and water. Girl, stick with the grease and water. It's okay. And I always say this. If someone ever came to me and said, Tanya, my hair thrives off of spaghetti sauce. I just massage my scalp with spaghetti sauce and my hair grows like crazy. If someone came to me and told me that, you think I'm going to be like, no, girl, that's a food product. You can't be using no spaghetti sauce on your scalp. No, I'm going to be like, girl, keep it up because your hair likes spaghetti sauce. So back to you, Shan. Listen, if your hair is thriving off of grease and water, stick with that because technically, you're giving it what it needs in regards to length retention. Now, as long as you have a wash day now, like you have a shampoo, conditioner, you got, take care of your scalp. But the water and grease in this case, the water is your hydrator for your hair. Let's be honest. Most moisturizers, 70%, if not more, or a little bit less, is water. It's water, y'all. So it's okay. And the grease is locking that moisture in. and your hair is thriving. So stick with it. Now, if you want to explore different products over time that may stand out to you, go for it. But right now, if your hair is really thriving off the water and the hair grease, do it. And you're not the only one. I've come across a lot of women, well, not a lot, but some women who just use just use water and hair grease in between their wash day to keep their hair moisturized. And they even style with the hair grease and the water, and their hair is thriving. And if you think about it, the history of our hair, like let's go back to the 1800s. Like let's go back to Madam C.J. Walker. Let's go back to like the early, like freaking 1900s. Petrolatum was a core staple. Hair grease has always been a core staple in our community. We just got fancier and we're like, oh, no, I don't need it. No, honey. If your hair likes hair grease like mine do, stick with it. It's completely fine. So long story short, Shan, it's fine. It's fine. I promise. It's fine. I thought I need a leave-in conditioner with that combination. With that combination, you don't have to have a leave-in conditioner. If you're using the hair grease and the water as like your core moisturizing, like your core moisturizer and sealant, step 1, step 2, you don't need a leave-in conditioner. You don't need it. Now, if you want to use it on your wash day, go for it. Why not? But if your hair is thriving with the water and the grease as like your core moisturizing combination, stick with that. That's completely fine. Now, if your hair starts, discontinue liking it, then switch it up. But it's fine. It's completely fine. I promise. I promise you it's fine. Okay, what was the last question? There was one more. If you use minoxidil, you have to continue to use it forever. Does it actually cause problems to your heart? I don't know about that part. I don't know if it causes problems to your heart. I haven't heard that before, but as far as you have to continue using it forever, I think I'll just say this. It is a drug, honey. So technically your body gets used to it and it grows. But then once you stop using it, then you start experiencing the hair loss again and the hair shedding again. So technically it is one of those things where you got to keep using it. So that's the trade-off. But peppermint oil, in a study that I saw a few years ago, if not better, works just as well as minoxidil. Just saying. So, I mean, you have options. You have options here. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I'm going to keep talking. If I don't go, I'm going to keep on talking here. Very informative. We've shifted into the soapbox. Listen, soapbox Tanya always comes out. See, the goal is to get out of here by like 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, it's shenanigans at this point. It's 10:08. It's shenanigans. It's shenanigans. How do you spell shenanigans? I don't even know right now, but it's shenanigans, okay? Your energy is so positive. Thank you. It's the Lord. It's the Holy Spirit. It's just the Lord. It's just God's light shining through me. Can I tell you guys a story really quick since I'm like on my shenanigans soapbox? And this is how I know people can sense things and like see things in you without even talking to you. I was in a parking lot one day. I was going into a store we have down here in North Carolina called World Market. And actually, no, I was leaving the store. I was going into the store. So I had parked my car, locked my car, and I was going to the store. I was still walking in the parking lot. This lady comes up to me. Never met her a day of my life. A day of my life. I say a day of my life. And she goes, "Your light is shining." I'm like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Your light is shining." I'm thinking she's talking about my car, like my car lights are shining. So I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She said, No. Your light is shining. She said, "Your spirit is just shining." And I'm like, wow. I never talked to her. I never saw her. My back was turned because I was walking ahead of her. So it's amazing how like just your spirit can shine through to people that literally either never met you or just met you. So thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're gonna go. Because like Gillian Felix says, is it Gillian or Jillian? I don't want to mess up your name. We're almost 2 hours in, pretty much. We might be at 2 hours at this point, but I want to stop talking. I'm going to keep this live up. of course, like I always do for my YouTube lives. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys learned a lot here. Yeah. Would you recommend a red light brush comb for hair growth? Yeah. Red light is great. It does help with producing ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which helps to support hair growth. So absolutely, red light therapy is the way to go for sure. But it's Jillian. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Because I see you all the time on here. So I'll make sure I got your name right. So Jillian, Felix. Got it. All right, guys. Holy Spirit, speak. Listen. We're gonna go because I'm gonna keep talking. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you guys for liking this video. Once again, this hair journey is literally a journey. It's like this. So even when you are feeling discouraged about your journey, tap into these videos, stay connected to these lives, because I'm all about supporting and encouraging you guys and getting you guys through this journey. Like, you don't have to do it alone. We need community, especially in the natural hair care space, but we also need positive community. And that's why I'm so big on having a uplifting community when it comes to hair care. Like, we don't have to be catty, petty, argumentative, none of that. Because number one, I wouldn't stand for it because my block game is strong. I ain't got time for negativity at all, okay? But I love cultivating peace and positivity when it comes to this hair care space, because I feel like when you have a positive environment, teaching, education is, what can I say? It's received easier. You know, I just think you thrive better in positive environments. That's what I'm trying to say. We thrive better in positive environments. So I hope that I can be that positive beacon for you guys on this evening. I love you guys so much. Steam with the steamer. Absolutely. You can totally do that, or like a steamer cap as well. Okay. I love you guys. Talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys next week on Instagram on Thursday for another live on Instagram. And then the following week we'll be back here on YouTube. All right. All right, guys, be safe. Have fun. Have a great weekend. Do a 5-minute scalp massage before you go to bed tonight, and think happy thoughts and say your prayers. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.